For nearly 100 years, stock momentum has been one of the most profitable puzzles in all of finance. Why is it that winning stocks just seem to keep on winning? Well, the answer, it turns out, was hiding in plain sight the whole time, just waiting for someone to look at the clock. And what they found, it changes everything.
And that right there is the simple but honestly brilliant question at the heart of the research we're digging into today. It's a question that takes this whole mystery and flips it on its head, leading to an answer that is shockingly clear. All right, so before we jump into the big reveal, we gotta set the stage. What is this momentum mystery that's had academics and traders scratching their heads for so long? Okay, so the basic idea is actually super simple. If a stock's been on a hot streak for the past few months, chances are it's gonna stay hot for a little while longer. The strategy is easy, right? Buy what's been winning, sell what's been losing. We know it works, but the why? Yeah, for decades, nobody could really agree on that. Was it just investors getting overconfident? Or maybe a slow reaction to news? Some kind of weird herd behavior? I mean, the theories were all over the place, but the evidence was always kind of fuzzy. It was a total financial cold case. And that's where things get really interesting. A new team of researchers came along and decided to attack the problem from a totally different angle. See, instead of looking at a stock's performance from one day's close to the next, the full 24-hour cycle, they did something so simple, it's kind of genius. They just split the day in two. So on one hand, you've got the intraday period, that intense 6.5 hours when the market's open, trades are flying, and everything is chaotic. And on the other, you have the overnight period, that much longer, much quieter stretch when the market's closed. Okay, and this is where your jaw might drop a little. Seriously, look at this. When the researchers built a momentum strategy using only the price action from the busy trading day, the profits were huge. But when they did the exact same thing, using only the quiet overnight returns, the profits just poof, gone, vanished. We're talking statistically zero. Let's put a number on that to see how big it is. The daytime-only strategy generated an alpha of 0.73% per month. Now, you can think of alpha as the secret sauce, right? It's the profit that you can't just chalk up to the market going up. And trust me, 0.73% per month is absolutely massive in this world. The key takeaway? All the action, all the magic was happening while the market was open. And that right there, that's the big aha moment. This puzzle that had stumped people for generations wasn't a 24-hour thing at all. It had to be something specific to what happens when people are actually trading. This one little clue just blew the whole case wide open. All right, so now we know what's happening. Let's put on our detective hats and figure out why. What is so special about the trading day? It's the obvious next question, isn't it? If all this energy, all this momentum is being generated only between the opening and closing bells, something has to be fundamentally different about that window of time. And wow, here's a massive piece of that puzzle. Just look at the trading volume. A ridiculous 96% of all trading happens during those few hours the market is open. Overnight, it's a ghost town. So yeah, daytime is when people are putting their money where their mouth is. And what's driving a lot of that action? Well, the lead suspect is something called private information. And just to be super clear, we're not talking about illegal insider trading here. This is about the unique insights and conclusions that smart investors reach after doing their own homework, information that the rest of the market doesn't know yet. So let's just lay this out step by step. First, almost all trading happens during the day. We just saw that. Second, how does that private research, that special insight, actually get into the market? Through trading. That's how. So it follows, right? Those daytime price swings are absolutely jam-packed with hidden clues about what the most informed people are really thinking. And there it is. That's the solution to the whole puzzle. Momentum isn't some bizarre, irrational behavior. It's just the rest of the market playing catch-up, slowly figuring out what those informed traders were up to during the day. It's a delayed reaction to hidden information. Okay, but any good detective knows a great theory needs rock-solid evidence. And the researchers, they brought a mountain of it to back this story up. And believe me, the evidence they found is it's overwhelming. First off, this isn't some new trend. We're talking nearly 100 years of data, all the way back to 1926. It's not just a US thing either. It works in almost every international market they tested. And crucially, these profits don't just disappear later, which tells us it's a real signal not just some temporary hype. The pattern is even strongest in the morning, right after the opening bell. And this part's crazy. Even the pros, the professional analysts, are slow to react to this hidden info.
I mean, when you put all the clues together, the story is just undeniable. The day and night approach tells a powerful, consistent story that holds up under every test they could throw at it. Okay, so we've cracked the case. But why does this actually matter? What's the big takeaway from all of this? Well, for one, it helps put a really old academic debate to rest. For years, there were these competing theories about what causes momentum. But this day and night discovery, it points right at one particular theory. The idea that momentum is all about the market underreacting to private information that leaks out through trades. And really, this is the most important part of the whole story. For so long, a lot of people thought momentum was a sign that markets are irrational. This research totally reframes that. It's not about hype. It's actually a sign that the market is working, just, slowly. It's the market's grinding, gradual process of figuring things out.
And that just leaves us with this one kind of mind-blowing thought to chew on. This whole thing proves that even the smartest people on Wall Street are systematically slow to react to valuable information that's right there in front of them. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What else is out there, hiding in plain sight, just waiting for someone to look at it in a slightly different way?